I'm not a representational painter, but my work is totally and absolutely based in landscape. So in that sense, it is realist. What's become my sort of constant muse is the ever-changing weather, the sea and the atmospheric conditions. And it's the flux and change in the atmospheric conditions and the landscape that really inspire me. The shapes, the textures and the moods. I've been constantly drawn to the horizon line, which seems to be a site of subtle shift and change. This painting's downstairs, far sight, and I'm drawn to that point on the horizon where, as I call it, this becomes that, the shift. But the closer you look, the harder it is to discern where that point is. At what point does water become water vapour and then air? How can I get the feel of that through painting? This piece, Elemental, I'm not painting directly what I see, but what I sense. I'm taking a moment, a fragment, and then developing it. I'm responding to the way that the light emerges through the clouds. I've absorbed that sense of the atmosphere, memory of shapes, colours, textures, sounds, and the relationships between them. And then I've reworked them into a painting. I recently wrote about this piece, Lost Horizon Rannoch. I wrote, "The sleeper train makes its early morning way across Rannoch Moor on its way to Fort William. April rain slides down the train window. Soft tendrils of cloud caress the low horizon, blurring the boundary between the elements, permitting occasional glimpses of hidden hillsides. The expanse of rough moorland is pitted and uneven with peat hags and rocks. The pre-growth season grasses largely hold on to their dun colouring, interspersed with the ochre and green. The painting is a distillation of these observations, tempered by the mood of the moment, the movement of the train, and the tentative dialogue of paint on canvas." It's not a picture of Rannoch in the mist. It's a recollection of the mood of the moment. I want it to resonate with the viewer, but I want you also to bring your own experience to it. This painting is made in response to the wind-blasted Arctic wastes of Svalbard. And it's an exploration of light and texture. And it's drawing on that sense of the scoured, wind-etched, icy surface and the low returning sun. Sometimes something less atmospheric creeps in, like this piece, Geological, where the starting point is actually a small rock on the beach outside the studio that I've been watching for months. In fact, I'm still watching it. It's become a friend. I'm struck by the contrast between the rich surface of the rock and the sand that it's embedded in. And with each tide, the relationship between the two changes. This piece plays with scale. What could be viewed as a distant headland, reflected in a dark expanse of water, it in fact takes its inspiration from the frozen edges of a rock pool. And I'm considering the transition from snow and granular ice to the clear ice, where the dark rock and the yellow lichens peep through. But really importantly, I'm not at all trying to tie the image down, but to use it as a taking off point for reverie, Take it where you want. Let it make suggestions to you and lead you on a poetic journey. The most important thing I ever would want from my viewer is to slow down, to take the time and to look. I'm an advocate of slow art, so there'll be no instant gratification. I don't think you should get it all at once, but be prepared to take the time. The paintings take time to make. They're arrived at through a slow and iterative process. And they also take time to reveal themselves to a viewer.